Hey, if you're catching me, you're catching Julie. That's right, I'm Julie with the Julie Show, where we do a denture adventure. And today I have a person following me that is struggling with their dentures, so I thought it would be okay to come in and do like one of those troubleshooting videos and show her all the different methods and things that I've done for my uncomfortable dentures. I go in 2 days now to have my first 1 year checkup on my regular dentures. But let's just go through the process, and I'm going to go through it like I did when I had, well, I do have a sore, but one thing, there's a few things you might want to start looking into. You can do a realignment to your bottom gum, to your bottoms yourself. I can't remember the brand name. I do own it, but they do sell relining kits at home. Cushion Grip, I heard, works really well on the bottoms, holds them in for days, which I get scared about. I don't want my dentures stuck in my mouth. I want to be able to have control over whether I can push them out or not. So let's go back to the basics. Get yourself some salt. Get some hot water. I just run my hot water because of the fact that my water is actually really hot. And once I do get it running, it'll run almost to a boiling. But before I do that, preparation. If you are in pain, what is the first thing you normally do when you have a headache? You take ibuprofen, or you take Tylenol, or Aleve, or whatever it is that you take. Of course, check with your doctor first. I'm not a doctor, but I take 800 milligrams of ibuprofen right before I put in my dentures, just in case I have pain. Doesn't matter, because if I don't have the pain in my mouth, I'll need it for my back at some point in the day anyways. Now I want to start running my hot water, because I am going to go ahead and I'm going to do a salt water rinse with y'all, because I do have a small little sore. That little lip of, that little piece of gum that connects your, it's getting caught in my bottom denture. So I take my dentures out of the cup, I pour the water out, the cleaner out, and I rinse my dentures cup really well. Before I even get to my dentures, I set them off to the side over here, clean space. I want to get rid of the smell of polydent and adhesives and whatever else. These cups do not smell that good when you wake up. Believe me, you will not forget you will not forget you wear dentures when you smell that polydent. So I brought out the salt. I'm going to put a little bit of salt in this Dixie cup here. Then I'm going to run me some warm water. And you want a generous amount. You just stir it up with your finger. I'm going to turn that off because it's going to take a minute until I want to show you guys exactly what I do with these dentures. Make sure when you go to the dentist, you ask for a Coracaine. It's a little tube of numbing agent. Works better than Amso. Works better than all of them. It's kind of a weird consistency, and it's hard to get out towards the end. I go in 2 days. I had just enough to get me through 2 days. Do not feel ashamed or think that this is out of the norm to have to use with regular dentures, because if you have pain, the goal is to stop the pain. So, first thing that usually causes pain, a little piece of candy in my mouth, in your mouth is inflation. Inflation's killing us, but inflammation is what's causing pain. So you're going to want to rinse your warm salt water in your mouth a few times. Gross. Salt water is gross, but it does help. Remember, ibuprofen is the first thing I did, or whatever it is that you take for pain. And again, talk to your doctor. I am not a medical professional. I have no right to give you that information. I just know that's what I do, and I do it beforehand. Sometimes I forget, and I'll just come back and take them. It's no big deal, but it does help a little bit. It does. It takes the inflammation out of your gums. That's what's causing all these sores and movement. Okay, so we've done the salt water rinse, we've done the ibuprofen, I'm running the cold water now. It almost tastes like there's sugar in my water. I don't want to put these things in too soon. I just did the saltwater rinse. I also want to bring to your attention Act, Listerine, anything that you use to mouthwash yourself. If you buy the kind that has the alcohol in it, it will kill your canker sore. I mean, literally within a day. Also, hydrogen peroxide does the same thing. Gargle this in your mouth every day, and you're probably not going to have canker sores very long. I started to use this because the doctor told me what she prescribed for me for canker sores was the same as peroxide. So these are both over-the-counter products that you can get that will help get rid of canker sores. This won't help the fit of your dentures, but if you have a sore from them moving, remember, you need the alcohol kind. What else? What else? What else? Okay, we haven't cleaned our dentures yet. So now that I'm done, I'm going to go ahead, and I did put a Polydent tab in there last night, so I'm just going to go ahead and brush. I'm not going to put any paste on them. Brushing under cold water using my denture brush. Okay, I'm going to do a couple things a lot of people probably don't do. After I get these scrubbed and done, I'm going to do a fit before I even do any adhesive. Because I know that I have problem areas, I want to make sure that I cover these problem areas. And if sometimes you have a canker sore in your mouth, or a sore and it just keeps moving, if you can get your adhesive and your denture over that piece of gum and not moving, it will help. If you know what I'm saying. So like when my goal is to get this bottom denture in, is to get it in and down and over the problem that's causing pain. Because if it's underneath my denture, it's adhered, it's not moving, it doesn't hurt. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and after I brush these off, like I said, I'm going to do a true fit. I've already taken ibuprofen and done salt water, so man, it hurts so bad for me. It's a little sore. It's still sore. Sore's right there. Okay, so what's next? It's sore. Hot water goes back on. If you do not have hot enough water, I would go ahead and put a little cup of it in the microwave until it's a little bit hotter. I don't know the temperature of my water. I want to put my thermometer in there. I'm not doing any damage to my dentures. Do not put your dentures in boiling water. It will change the shape of them. It is the dentist's job to do that. That is not what I'm showing you right now. What I'm trying to show you is what I've been doing with the little pieces and areas in my dentures that are sore. Even just getting them warm sets them better on my gums, if that makes sense. It feels better. So we've done a saltwater rinse. We're running these under hot water right now, just trying to push out that one area where it's real tight. Now we're going to fit them with water salon. Better. You get used to your dentures, guys. You get used to your mouth and your dentures. You know where your problems are. Sorry, I spit a lot on these videos. When I see running water, I'm a spitter. Sometimes it's going to the bathroom, but I really like to spit. I spit a lot in the shower. So I've done this again, and all I'm doing is sticking my nail inside there and just kind of like pushing it forward a little, just to give it a little bit of room in that one area. See, my mouth is off center. So I got it. And then the last rinse. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get a piece of toilet paper, or you can use paper towel, whatever. Toilet paper has the fiber on it, so be careful. I mean, you want to dry these off fast. I get the bottoms dry. Sometimes it's not a bad idea after you get these dried off to go ahead and set them in there again. Looks like I'm going to have a good fit today. I dry them off, and then I only use a tiny bit of fixative in my tops. I put a little bit up here on the top, a little on the hood right behind it, and then a little tiny amount on the roof to keep the air out. But most of the time I'm using this. Is the Fixative Plus. It's a skinny tube. It tastes good. It is skinny. It's very well. I love it. Even on my deeper sides, I use it. I have a tremor so bad. It's so hard to do this sometimes. I thank God this morning for my dentures. I thank God for my son. I thank God for my husband. I thank God for his job and my son's job. Lord, I thank the people watching if their dentures would fit better today and every day. Lord, thank you so much for my teeth and my dentures and the people following me and watching and learning from me. Lord, I don't appreciate this life. Thank you for my home. Thank you for my bank account. If you would make these fit a little bit more comfortable than they fit the day before, which they fit pretty good, I'll take it. I may have a little bit of struggle with the powder. So Lord, please help me with the powder as people are watching me. What I do is I save my excess powder since I've been using it, and I notice how much goes to waste. But if you get anything inside that little tiny hole that puffs it out, it's going to be really hard to get it in. And you're supposed to do it while they're wet. And they dry out while you're putting it on. So Heavenly Father, again, thank you for my teeth. It's already starting to pull this crap. And I have a tremor really bad. Don't make me have to take the whole cap off here. You really want to get it where it's wet on the edges. So I have a little bit on the top of the roof of my mouth already. So really getting these sides is the most important part. And I just cover it all up. Sometimes I put a little bit in my bottoms. Right now, since I've had this little sore, I'm not going to. I'm going to finish my prayer again. Thank you, Father, for the people watching. Thank you for the vehicles that get my son and my husband to work. Keep them safe today and every day. And please, Lord Father, please let these fit comfortably. In Jesus' name, we all pray. Amen. Comfort. In the name of Jesus. Slide them in and push them up. Slide them in, push them back and up. All right. Go put my powder away. I didn't even use chloroquine today. I didn't need it. Here's something I will say though about my dentures. You should be able to put your dentures in without them falling out, and I can't. So we're going to talk to the doctor. Let's start the gag. Uh-oh. This is the truth. This is the real story behind dentures. This is what happens to denture wearers. I'm not faking any of this. For the longest time, I didn't gag. And now all of a sudden, I start gagging. It's so weird. Getting these in really good and tight is really important for the fit of the bottom. And I know that once you put the bottoms in, the fit of the top changes a little bit. You'll see. You probably already know that. But I'm basically doing this for newbies because I'm trying to show you guys the different things that I did in the beginning to help me with pain. There's nothing wrong with warm salt water. It takes numbing. It takes inflammation away. And then ibuprofen, that's helping take the inflammation. And then if you add the chloroquine, in the warm water, I know it's a pain in the rear end, but think about your teeth before your teeth. Think about the teeth you had before. You want them back? I tell a lot of people that too. All right, we're going to go in with the bottoms. Thank you, Jesus, for our bottom arch as well. Please let these fit comfortably. Every time I put these in, they got to go over that nub to make them comfortable. Can you do that today? In Jesus' name. Scary. Yeah, I feel it. Putting in my bottom dentures is scary sometimes. If you didn't get over that, like I said, if you can get over that sore, I didn't use the chloroquine today. It's a good time for me to end these videos because after you do get both of your sets in, you're going to want to hold them together and get rid of all the excess before you start eating or talking. So that's what I have for you today. I hope this helps. Your dentist should be listening to you when you say you have ill-fitting dentures. If your dentist isn't listening to you and you are getting sores and they are ill-fitting and they are permanent dentures, find another dentist. I am just telling you because I went to 3 dentists that turned me down before I even had a shot at getting teeth. I wasn't giving up. Be persistent. Be there. Let them hear your voice. Speak up. Tell them what you feel and how you feel about your teeth. They don't know. Okay, they don't know you personally. They don't know what's going on inside your mouth. They're just the people that make your teeth, okay? I'm going to have them, when I go in Thursday, before I do anything, any adjustment, I'm going to say they need to be smoothed out. If they have the original dentures they made for me, I may take them. Don't know, but I doubt they keep them that long. But I do have a bucket that had my immediate dentures. Probably goes to hazardous waste. But there was a new pair. If y'all recall, I got a pair made, and I wore them for 2 days and then took them back because they were too white. I didn't want anyone to see them that white. They look so fake. Anyways, saltwater rinse, ibuprofen, Tylenol, using powder to keep the air out. That is a trick the dentist told me because I told him I was catching air. He said use powder on the top. Been using powder, I'm not catching any air. Just sometimes you just got to listen to people and take their advice. Try different things on your own. Like I said, if you buy the alcohol Listerine or you use hydrogen peroxide and you have canker sores, they'll go away in a day. The problem is if you have ill-fitting dentures, you're going to just get another canker sore somewhere else. You're fighting a battle. That's what I've been doing for the last year and a half, and that's what I'm going to talk to my dentist about when I go see them on Thursday. These are things that you need to bring up. I got people on here that are pissed off with their dentist. You know, there's more than one dentist, and they will work on your dentures. Your dentures are yours. They belong to you, not the dentist. You paid for them. You can take them dentures anywhere to be looked at. Remember that. You're in control of your life. All right, go in peace and good luck. I hope this helped.